Hello everyone, I just wanted to share a little message. There's been a lot happening in the astral realm, the dream state, the last couple of days. Last night I had a really interesting experience. It was a three-part dream. And in the first part of the dream, it was actually shown how our dreams can be manipulated from the dark side. So it was almost like, when you zoom in on a picture on your camera, that motion of zooming in. And what they were doing is they were actually zooming in on the background of the dream or the environment of the dream into one specific detail. And they would implant a little detail in the background of the dream. And then that would serve to influence the energy and the experience in your dream state. And it's interesting because in the last couple of days, I've noticed in my dream state, I've been calling things out in the corners that I couldn't quite see at first, but I could feel that something was off in the environment. And so I could stand in the middle of whatever space I was in and sense something in one of the corners. And then I would start calling it out of saying, I see you, I know you're in the corner. And once you start calling it out, they couldn't hide. And so eventually the true essence, the true energy that was present came forward. And so I was more aware of the energies that I was working with. I'm not going to mention who I was working with at this point in time, but they were definitely significant individuals that were influencing in that state. So something to be aware of if you are having some challenging dreams right now is to really start to notice the background. Notice the area that you're in. Notice the space that you're in. Become really familiar with it. Become familiar with the energies in your own dreams and know what feels normal, what doesn't feel normal, so that you can start to call out those things that just are not feeling right to you. And even little objects perhaps that you might see in the dream state that just feel off, go and investigate them, go and explore them a little bit more, so that you can identify what's right and what's not right in your space. The other thing that I saw last night as well is we moved into a fifth dimensional state, which was beautiful. These beautiful stars and sunsets, and the water was clean, and everyone was just playing in the water and playing in nature, and everyone felt safe, and it was such a beautiful, harmonious space. And it's amazing when we get those opportunities to drop into that, because it's a little bit of a break, a little bit of a restoration for us, and it helps us to get pulled in that direction towards ascension that we're trying to move towards. So when we feel, that joy, that freedom, is to really bask in that too, and remember that just as much as some of the other work that we might be doing in our dream state. And then the third part, in the dream that I was in yesterday, I was in like a school type setting. There was those of us who were going through training, and during that process, some of the other humans that we were with transformed, and you could say they became like vampires, and they showed us what they were eating. And there was a few of us who were not inclined to do that. Very much like a vampire type movie, or zombie movie. And so there basically became a battle between the humans and the vampires. But what was interesting is that the individuals who they were clearly human at one point, but were turned, you could feel this energy in their heart of, they didn't want to do it, they didn't want to be harming us, but they had no control over it. So it was very difficult to engage with them, because you could feel that their soul essence wasn't aligned to their actions, and you could feel the sense of enslavement or entrapment in them. So I didn't spend much time fighting them. I wandered away from that area as quickly as I could, because I didn't feel comfortable fighting individuals who I knew didn't want to fight. And then what was really interesting is these mechanical beings came at this point who were also fighting us. and they were like Transformers. This is the best way to describe it, Transformers. But they had like spinning blades, like lawnmower blades on their hands. Um, and so obviously they were just trying to destroy us. But what was interesting is I remember in the dream um, telling myself consciously, do not allow the image of being cut to come into your mind. Your hands are stronger than these blades and you will not be cut. And it was really, really important, this message, for my survival in the dream. But I think it's also really important as a metaphor as we move through life, in that we have to be very careful of what is real and what is an illusion, and what we allow our mind to buy into. Because in order for us to move through what we have to move through, we have to recognize that we are really powerful and that our mind is really powerful as well. And we cannot succumb to victimhood. We cannot succumb to weakness. We have to keep strong in our minds that we are strong beings, and that there are illusions being presented around us, but we can also influence those illusions. We have a lot of power to do that. So I didn't get cut that I recall. And I did wake up before I saw the ending of what had happened there, but it was a very strong energy. And the past couple of days there's been a lot of intensity. So it's important for myself, but also for all of us, to really be watching our energy this week, to make sure that we stay in high vibration, high amplitude, high love, high peace, because that is one of the most powerful ways to protect ourselves in conscious and sleep state, is to stay in that place of love. So if you need support in that this week, please join me Tuesday nights. Tonight, we're doing a Lightrunner meditation online. So just head over to our website, Lightrunner, soulinstitute.ca is the website, and you can sign up for that Lightrunner retreat. There's no charge for that. Can make a donation if you wish. This is not required. We just want to make sure that we can get as many people in a loving, peaceful state as possible. So hopefully I'll see you tonight. If the time doesn't work, please sign up anyway, and we'll send you the recording once it's been finished. Much love to everyone, and I hope you're all sleeping well.